So I found a way to get around warframe glitching, apparently, by accident. Like I put in admin mode, uh, and it worked. Like I had to put the whole computer in admin mode, and the controller went back to normal. Like, see that? That's the D-pad. So strange, but I mean, if Steam works, I'll keep it on admin mode all the time. Um, yeah, I would definitely recommend admin mode as something like not administrator mode through user mode, but just administrator mode in general. If some sort of weird glitch comes up, you might think it's spyware when it's just like a computer being shitty, with its user modes. That's what it might have just been. But I could kid you not, I put the RAM in one time and it went haywire right away and I switched to user another time. Or no, I didn't switch user. Another time I did I actually I went to um yeah, like there's so many bugs on user mode. It's ridiculous. I don't know why the bugs are just turning up. One time I went to system restore for a while and they turned off my system restore mode. Like it just makes me think is a Windows server just controlling the PC because it's hacked or something? But admin mode just like instantaneously didn't bug up at all. So I'm gonna keep it on here from now on for a little while until I decide to go back into user mode. The problem is that admin mode's probably the best mode, not user mode, because the computer doesn't bug up. That's all I got. You gotta be shitting me right here. No, no. Like everything looks good, right? But when you get into the game, the controls start glitching up. Like someone else is controlling it. Nah, no way. Especially R1 and L1, which are the primary. Hold on. Hold on. I think I got it. I think I got it because I'm on camera. I get smarter. Um. So these are flipped, but they're not flipped in the game. Huh? That's really confusing. So these are clearly flipped. Like start is clearly like I put it up here, like that. Oh, they're not flipped. Okay, that must be it. Yeah, yeah, I think that's it. They're not flipped. Okay, I got it. So I put base configurations on, and I'm back to square one, where the D-pad acts like a glitch. See that? That's why I developed the X pattern configuration yesterday. So it'd counter this, and it happens in admin mode too. So I just wanted to verify if that happens in admin mode. If Steam really is trash, I wanted to verify it permanently. I have a controller that will always like it won't fix this, but it'll fix. I have X pattern and it'll fix the Steam issue with the Warframe control. That's why a previous post of mine is very important because all those fuckers are gonna be playing keyboard and mouse like they think they're better than me or something. and I'm going to be playing a controller because I don't like keyboard and mouse. I have something against it. I really don't like keyboard and mouse, basically. By the way, another shout out to the Americans to for developing good controllers. I mean, at least they're good at something. They can develop good. At least Microcop can develop good controllers. I mean, at least they got that. Uh, yeah. Uh, and I don't know what country Steam is from because they cannot. They must be from like um, they literally. I think this country is from the stupid regions of Canada. Like I don't even think they're from Seattle. Is Seattle like based on like stupid corporations or something? Is that what it is? Because they do a lot of things wrong. I don't know. Basically, anyways, we gotta go back into user mode and work from there because they fucked up. They keep fucking up with the glitch. I don't want to repair Windows. I don't want to do Windows repair tool. I could, but that also means getting rid of spyware, and I'm not sure if I remember how I did that. I think the spyware is really strong in those things, and I used to be able to do it like every day, but like I didn't repair my computer for a year, and I forgot. I forgot how to get rid of spyware, or like when you repair Windows, they give you spyware with the repair. When you do combo fix, it gives you spyware after they reset your signatures. But the signatures are corrupting the Steam platform purposely on my PC right now. And as you know, no signature mode can't block that. It's all has to do with the gay empire. I'm not sure how it works. I'm not a computer whiz, but you just saw me explain the full principle of electromagnetism and off-grid battery induction. So, if you have a generator like an electric generator, believe it or not, you can recharge a battery. It doesn't have to be a gas generator. It can be an electric generator. The problem is that the electric generator will lose power. Uh, it doesn't make sense, but you have to know a lot about Faraday's law to understand what I'm talking about. Is my scooter charges while I drive, but it will lose power because it's like connecting. The amperage is gonna be like at 41 volts basically. So it'll read 41 volts. So it'll charge up the moped until 41 volts. But I think it drops to 12 something volts for a really long time. And that's where the charger comes in. It brings it up to 13 volts again. But, if it's 12 volts, that's fine. So, like, if you don't know about charging, I charge that too a lot. And I know a lot about charging. Um, I don't charge that battery, but I resulfate it with an inverter. So I know a lot about the process of low amperage charging, which is charging done right. if you can create low amperage uh, and split the power source, then you have an electromagnetic vehicle. Very simple. That's why I hate gas vehicles, is because they use very high amperage right there. Anyways, I'm really pissed off at Steam. In general, Steam is like bugging my computer, like, so I can't use a controller anymore for some reason. They just decided to do that one day. Like it's like a computer holiday. Like, Americans make holidays out of like nothing, because nothing's there, but they'll make a holiday out of it. Yeah, they make holidays out of ruining people's lives too. Anyways, I'm going right back on Warframe, and I'll show you my X-Patter configuration. The X-Patter Deus Ex could get game, by the way. X-Patter configuration is a configuration that you want to overlay Steam. You will get some bugs, like you won't navigate without a D-pad. That's going to be a bug. On the menu, you have to use a D-pad to navigate, which is better. Like, D-pads are faster. The problem with Warframe is they have a shitty ass select button, which you can't remove and is not able to be used with a joystick. So I bypassed it by creating a hold on the select button. No matter how minor, it'll still act as a button press, and I can pass the select button feature just by doing that. See that? Why did it do that? I'm just looking at the oh, I did like 15-second timeout. I don't know what I was trying to do to fix that fucking computer, man. God damn. Like 15-second log screen timeout. Like, why would I do that? Maybe I did delete my DC Universe thing. Maybe I did, but I can't figure out why or how I would do that. I just don't like computers, because you can see that that computer's being controlled by a network from a server or something. Like, someone's actually controlling the files. Like, you ever get those Indians like controlling your PC and moving the cursor around? You can go to any program and they can literally control your PC through desktop, and that's like, it's something like that. Like, the Pentagon does it too. Like, these people are fucking losers, man. Because if I can get that game to run, then fuck. Then you still fail. Like, it still fails. That's why the PS4 is so much better. Now, why am I not playing a PS4? Because I'm fixing this. I've been fixing it for almost a week now. And technically, I want to play the PS4, yeah. But I have a whole slew of things to do that are on my mind. And because of my LED, it just prevents me from working faster. Like, I start thinking about it than working. I've to replace the stator. Very easy to do, but you know, like, I'm not gonna do it in shit weather, and I'm not gonna do it in this shit dark basement. Shit, this basement's dark, and I can't get any light. Even if you use a flashlight, you'd be surprised at how dark this fucking basement gets all year round. The sun will go over on this side in the summer, so it'll clear up and I'll get a little bit more light, but like it's always dark there. And see that method right there? See why I have the battery right there? That's actually, I'm not replacing a battery like hee hee hee. Like, this is actually me replacing batteries every 6 months. It's a scam. No, I'm not doing that. I have a bulb next to the battery. It's on the ground there, if you can see it. Okay, this zooms in. Okay, just, yeah. I mean, you can not see it. Apparently you cannot see it, but it's right there. And I use that bulb. That's what I'm gonna be using on the gas. Is if you have a bad wire, a continuity check won't pass. You have to check the wire with light voltage. If the light's not bright, the strands on the wire will be or the connector will be loose or defective. And that's the main reason why continuity checks with a voltmeter don't always pass, because you need to use a simple battery and light bulb to pass the wire through a light bulb to see if it's bright or not. And that's really annoying. Just looking at this piece of junk right now. And if I'm just warning Weens right now, if I don't get this shit to work, he will see me. Hey, that guy better move from Manassas within a year. If I don't get that engine to work after I get the electrical system up on that, he's gonna move, or I'm gonna trash his mailbox. His shit's gonna be $1,000, not $500. I can tell you that right now. You should not be selling scams on Craigslist, okay? I already got scammed, and then Weems, his name, he made a fake name called Michael. It's not even on the registry, but his fake dad, who's 30 years old, that he keeps calling, is actually a scam agent, like that lives in a really wealthy place in Manassas. And that's like a broken moped that they might have given me. Like the engine might have had compression tests. I don't have a compression meter, basically. But, you know, what I think happened is they got the moped from a salvage yard, and then they registered it with a fake guy. We went to his house so he could split the money, where he was the main boss. He was in fact in charge of the scam. They registered the moped, right, after they got it, broken from a salvage yard, whatever, and they registered it to make sure it wasn't a scam. And they did this in 2012 or something. And what you can do after you register it is very simple. You can do engine compression tests, and they'll have bad engine compression. And right away, you can be like, okay, this is why it was, $50 or $100 at a salvage yard. And then you can go and sell it on something like Craigslist with bad engine compression to a sucker. But you knew about it, and I asked you about it, and you said no. So that's a lie. And the engine has been acting kind of weird in the past month or two. Bad engine compression can be hidden, basically. You just do an engine compression test before the sale, or when you get the moped from the salvage yard, and right away, the moped, like the moped's a money maker right there. Well, I'm gonna stop that. Like I already, the guy got so paranoid. The kid got that he hired got so paranoid that he led me to the scammer's house. I was like, this doesn't look like it was touched by a mechanic. And he showed me the note, and it looks like scribbles, a mechanic scribbles with pencil. Okay, that's not a receipt, buddy. It's an incoherent note. And what happened is, I looked everywhere for what the mechanic did. One particular place I looked is the airbox, where he said replace airbox filter. He did that, so I didn't think anything of it. But then a month later, the it was a scam basically. He wrote airbox filter on it, so I could look. Get it? And then, like he wrote things on it, so I could look. Then he said, uh, something about sprockets and gears. Well, that was your first mistake. I opened the variator, and the belt was shot. He didn't replace the belt at all. So his scam could have gone through. Yeah. I looked at his fake receipt, opened the variator, the belt was shot, and that's when I immediately knew. Actually, it broke down. The belt snapped. I could barely get 700 km on that. The belt snapped like a month after sale. That's how I found out the belt was shot. But I did check the airbox to see if it was a scam. And I was like, nope, this guy's legit. So I put the belt on. But then the belt was shot, and then I was like, oh, no, he isn't. It's very easy to replace an airbox filter. Like, duh. That was a good one, buddy. But didn't I say I'd do some background checks? Well, I didn't, but that's what I did. It turns out your dad is a 30-year-old kid named Joel who is in his own house with like his dad, who's 68. And here's what's funny about your dad that was going to pick me up. He's the scammer. He put his name on the registry, so he's not even a good scammer. So you fucked up. Manassas, Virginia, you fucked up. I'm gonna go there, I'm gonna fuck your shit up, and I'm gonna leave with $1,000 in repairs on your house. What you can do to avoid that, after I find out, I just have to be really honest about this. I just have to find out the spark plug turns back on. Like God saved you there, man. God did something and he delayed the inevitable. But I'm a mechanic, you fuckhead. Anyways. I just had to check the stator, just things to get the spark plug to work. Verify that the engine will no longer work. That's all I have to do. Like this compression looks like it's worse than that compression. Like I've never seen compression this bad. Like I was driving and it was like, like it sounded like the engine was braking. Like that's the worst compression I've ever seen. And I knew it was coming because it was getting weaker and weaker by the months. With only 700 kilometers on it. I could have found out like months ago, buddy. I could have found that out months ago. I just didn't because like I work at home. I don't use this daily. Like I don't need a car to go around daily. That's why I didn't find out months ago. That's why I barely use this. And I had engine compression with this scammer already, but this scammer is only $100. I could give up $100 for 3,000 kilometers, and the motor was actually good. Like it's still good. I think I could get this one to work, basically, with a new battery. I think I could. It's just gonna be a lot of work. But this one right here is undeniably a scam by a 19-year-old kid. He was at his girlfriend's house and he pretended like that new moped was his, the Tao Tao. I didn't believe that was shit. He said that he crashed this and he was kick-starting it to start it. Okay, I couldn't kick-start it, but he knew how. So it made me think that he probably owned this moped. So it might not be a scam after all. I might just fix it. But I'm at that crossroad right now. He might just be really gullible and like he might have just showed me everything because he was stupid and not because of fear. Like that's what happened. He could have just showed me everything because he was gullible. He doesn't even live there. Like there's no guy that lives there that's 27. And he said he's 27, but he looks 19 or something. He didn't look 27. He didn't look like he had PTSD, and his body told me that he didn't go to Iraq. Okay, he wasn't in the military. Like his body is a toothpick. Okay, like he didn't look like a guy who went to the military, and your scam went downhill because you had to move out from Manassas quick, scammer, because I'm gonna get that house. I'm not gonna get Raven's house because your girlfriend Raven, who was 23, because she had nothing to do with the scam. But I am gonna get your employer's house. And that's where you messed up. I was scammed twice. Never buy anything from Craigslist. Never. Don't ever buy a moped from Craigslist. $500 is too much. A $100 scam I can do, especially if I can get it to run for 3,000 kilometers, which I managed to do. Like if you can get 3,000 kilometers on a moped, then I mean that's worth $100. But 700 kilometers before the engine breaks, that's worth a return scam, buddy. A background check, motherfucker. That's what exactly I'm gonna do. That's exactly what I'm gonna do after I'm honest and I fix the and I'll do another background check to make sure you're still living there. After I fix the spark plug, God definitely delayed me this month. You got your fucking shit got saved this month. That's all I can say. I can guarantee the motor will not start after the spark plug sparks up. I can guarantee that. Basically, you fucked up that. You didn't want to give me the certificate. I got him to give me the certificate. He thought I was a cop, so he gave it to me right away. That's the scammer right there. That's the guy. And we went to his house. Then I got him to go to the guy's house to give him the money. He thought I was a cop, basically. He kept saying, oh, there's a cop. Because, you know, Manassas has lots of fucking cops, man. Lots of cops. Like, I'm gonna get you, motherfucker. I'm gonna get that guy. I'm gonna trash his shit. I know exactly who he is, basically. Never hire a kid to do something. Like, he thought I was like undercover cop and I was gonna arrest him. That's what he thought. If you see a 38-year-old man, like, you don't start becoming a 38-year-old and he says something like, yeah, and I say something like to you, yeah, I got scammed on the last sale. Uh, it was $100, and I start saying shit like shit like, oh, like, I start asking who you are and stuff. You don't. That's a #1 rule about police interrogation. I watch it a lot in case I run into another scammer. You don't. You don't let the guy think. You let the guy think you're really important, and he will reveal everything to you. He'll drive you to the scammer's house. He'll give the scammer the money. Um, he'll do literally everything. He will even say he'll even start lying. Like, he'll say, "Yeah, I'm from Iraq. I'm 27," and he'll say, "Yeah, that my dad doesn't let me see him with a drive. He doesn't have a driver's license." And then he'll say something like, uh, "Can you buy me cigarettes? Like, I forgot my ID." Like, he'll just become really, really paranoid. And you just follow along, and pretend you're a cop in Manassas, and you can fuck this guy over. You know, uh, that's the scammer's house right there. His name's Joel. The kid's probably getting like $60 out of it. Who cares? We're not interested in the kid. We're interested in Mr. Joel, Mr. 30-year-old with a nice mansion and nice car. We're interested in that motherfucker. And since I'm kind of like, uh, you know, if it's wrong, you can put the law into your own hands type of guy. I'm gonna put it into my own hands. Like, your motor finally broke, and I don't need to use your moped anymore. So I'm just fixing it. To be honest, I'm just getting the spark plug. I'm gonna get the spark plug up. But once I figure out how that spark plug fires up, because that one does, and it has bad compression, so it's not related engine, not related to anything electrical. Once I get that fired up, you're in trouble, buddy. I'm coming for you, Mr. Joel. I'm gonna, yeah. I'm like a tax collector or like a possessor. Like, I'm gonna possess some things, but instead of possess, I'm just gonna break. And you don't know when I'm gonna do it or where or how. But I can. Yeah, to Mr. Joel in Manassas. Right. This is just a message. Like, I did a thorough background check. You have 22 criminal offenses. 22? Like, who the fuck do you think you are, man? I'm so gonna get you, motherfucker. I'm so gonna get you. I'm so gonna get you, man. You fucked up. You fucked up. 22? Are you serious?